a spooky time. The next new island is coming to my singing monsters, and it is a Shadow Island. So it's going to be very creepy. Let's delve into what you guys can expect though today. So the islands, they all go in the same order that the workshop quads originally released. So what does that mean? Well, after Vention, we got Pentumbra. So Shadow Island, it is up next. And going off the YouTubers who have been visiting Big Blue Bubble, they've seen in the My Singing Monsters studio that the Shadow Islet song is fully composed. So when is this thing arriving? Well, seeing as though it's fully made, it's very likely arriving in Anniversary Month, which begins next week. So what can we expect from Shadow Islet though? Well, it has every single Shadow Elemental on it, so that includes Grumpyre, Wisp, Miraculele, Voodoo, Kazelian, Urique, Meebkin, Blaret, God Precious, Nightmare, Biplash, and Zerp, Are You Fat 40 Bands? And Pentumbra! What a wonderful cast. I mean, Zerp, come on. We've all been waiting for this one to come back, right? So the song started. Wow, I've just got to say, this one, it's going to be exceptional. Half of the cast is made of vocalists, okay? And that's how you know that we are going to get plenty of action inside of this. PlasmaMSM, what we absolutely loved behind that song was how it lent into the vocals a lot. And honestly, the game, most of the island songs recently, I found them not to be quite as vocal heavy. As if you go back to like Pyro, it's had so many vocals there. So it's going to be really exciting this time around. We're going to be delving into that vocal action a lot this time. We're going to put that back in full force. I need that vocal pizzazz. And I'm sure you guys do too. With the theme of Shadow, it's going to bring about as well this new, unique kind of song that we've never seen encapsulated before inside of the game. Okay, look, evil. I am calling it right now. Plushyplushmsm, where are you? They are going to be loving this thing. This is going to be the first more darker themed island, at least before we get this paranormal goodness, yo. So we are finally delving into this territory. Behold, Shadow. When we're talking about it, we're thinking of hiding and this villainous energy, but yet this sadness. There's so much conflict inside of these emotions. The nature of sadness, but also this villainous undertone. All of these different vibes fitting together. It's got an exceptional chance this time around, and I strongly do feel like this ethereal element, this is where we have the most emotion and potential out of the song, which is going to be absolutely exciting. Pentumbra, honestly, when I look at Pentumbra, right? Pentumbra, wonderful Shadow quad, but when I'm thinking about the Shadow element and the Shadow song and this villainous vibe and having this yet jazzy MSM undertone, which we find inside of all of the MSM songs, they are always quite, funky. that was quite zesty. They're always quite funky, and I think Pentumbra's sound, that is the perfect encapsulation behind this song, what we're going to find from it, and that is so exciting. If it's going to have that punch, I'm just saying, this Shadow Islet, it's going to stir in that pot. Put Pentumbra in that, stir the pot, my love. Pentumbra. Monster sounds too. When I'm looking at Shadow Islet, I think they're going to be a lot more creepy this time around. They're going to be unlike any sounds that we've really experienced before. I think Anniversary Month this year, it's going to have a huge theme around this darker undercurrent. We've got the paranormals. Oh, what else could there be? Who knows? I think it's really exciting to think about how this darker undertone might be carried out throughout this island song. It's going to be more subdued, secretive. There's so much different vibes that can be intermingled inside of this song that's going to make it absolutely exceptional this time around. With this darker theme, right, I just want to put my thoughts out there. Protect the Blaret. They need protecting. Protect the Blaret. Okay, Blaret is precious. They can't be going in here. Anyway, this song, I think it's going to flip MSM on over. It's going to do everything quite differently this time around. It's going to change everything with this villainous vibe. So how are we going to integrate that into the song now? Now, when I'm thinking about this song, obviously, we've got to have some kind of a build, but this time it's going to be quite an eerie build-up, I think. And who is perfect behind this cryptic eerie build-up? It is Wisp, okay? Ever since Ethereal Island, they've had this cryptic, almost horror style behind them, and I feel like that's going to shine through on this island. And Plasma, there was so upbeat. This time, Wisp, we need your darker gothy side. It reminds me of that album cover they posted ages ago. We need that kind of cover from you, Wisp. Now, Pentumbra and Wisp too, I want to bring up this duo too, because it is absolutely exceptional, both of those sounds, how they're going to come together inside of this song. They feel so well suited towards one another. It's honestly, right, when I'm playing a deck of cards, it's a snap. That's the kind of vibe that you have between Pentumbra and Wisp this time around. What a match, my duo. Pentumbra though, what are they going to do? Well, we've got to stir in that pot like we were saying, you know. We're going to make a song here, but they're going to be melodious, I think, this time, cryptic, but they're going to keep that jazzy creepiness, and that's exactly what this song overall is going to stand for. And when I'm thinking about Pinto, I want them to play an absolutely tremendous role inside of this. I think they should honestly sprinkle them everywhere. It's not a whale this time, it is a vention. You put it everywhere. Because the shadow. And then, oh my God, right, right, when we went to Mech Islet, you know the star of the show, Oracularly, my wonderful spider-headed boy, I'm just saying, when they come on this island, oh boy, this is where, right, I don't even care, I'm throwing it out the window, I'm saying it, they are going to do Oracularly even better on this time. Right, if you're thinking about it, Oracularly this time, they are going to have ethereal workshops, composer behind it, Dylan Cole, come on, they made ethereal workshop, look, I've been waiting for the next island, and I'm just out here shaking like, yes, because I love Dylan's melodies and the way that they can intermingle them together, and I feel like it's going to be an even step up over that. But beyond just Dylan making it as well, the whole song and setup alone, that is just speaking to me as being the perfect setup for Oracularly and all of these monsters in general. The shadow element is the best element, I think, in setting up a great vibe for this song, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they go about it. Look, grumpyre, Wisp, all these ethereal island monsters as well, they are in good hands right now. Oracularly, they're going to carry that melody all the way through the song, I think. This time, they're going to have a core instrument with the melody that plays throughout the whole thing. That's what I'm seeking behind this monster, especially because they're going to be the core instrument monster behind this song. Now, me being a perfect monster too, they're going to build up this creepy, eerie verse, just perfect. Add that theme, push it forward, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. That's me in the background of this song, yeah. Well, now, then, what we're going to experience is a huge transition, and I think this might end up being the best transition we have ever seen in Mousing Monsters. This song has a lot of potential. When I'm looking at the climax of this song, it is that villainous part behind the song. You're going to have that creepiness factor, this eeriness build up into this excellent villainous segment. This is going to be exceptional. It's going to be like that Bone Island Fangler verse, but it's going to be even better. Pyro all in his seat, lovely. It's going quite fast right now. Grumpyre, I think they are going to be actually going so hard inside of this verse, right? Grumpyre's always been, they've been the sideline, they've been in the background of the song. Well, my lovely, now's your time to shine. Boom, shagala. This time, they're going to be rebuilt, they're going to be in that cold island style, and they're going to be using that, but they're going to be in a setting that they were originally established for. Grumpyre is always meant to be this villainous character, and I think this is the perfect verse to let them shine. This is the time for Grumpyre to come to life. Make it take that center stage part and make it go grumpy. Right, I know I'm bringing my sideliners on board, but I'm putting out the facts here, my lovelies. There's always been a certain side character. Oracularly, it might be the main instrument, but there's a sideliner approaching. Look, it's like Smash Bros. I'm already... They just forgot no more. Encore, my lovelies, because Encore on Mech Islet, they shined unlike before, but this time they don't have a choice. Oracularly is the only really big instrument on here. They need another one. So who is it going to be? We need Pitplash to have that main verse in the main part. The main part of the song, the villainous part. I need Pitplash to get, look, it's out there now. I've said it. They need to do it. I'm just picturing, right, I always wanted an electric guitar in the workshop and therefore getting it inside of the composer who made Ethereal Workshop. That is where my mind is set. My mind goes... We need it. Pitplash, it's got to carry that main verse. It's got to be so gosh darn cool. I'm here for that moment. You know that the epic showdown factor is going to be established as soon as Pitplash comes into the song, and it's going to transcend into something glorious. I'm here. I'm exploding though. And then we have Voodoo and Kazelian. Voodoo and Kazelian are going to be the first time approaches on this island. They're not been on an island. Yeah, look, lovelies, you got to join his Islet family, Oreo. Voodoo, add that beat, and then Kazelian. Oh, add that eeriness. I think Kazelian, I'm excited for them to take on a bigger part this time. Why I'm excited this time is for them to, with their chords, not just establish, a single note. Do. I want this time. Do. I want a full melody with this dude. I feel like this is the perfect chance for them to do it. And especially if I think about the whole nature of the song. When I hear Kazillion, it's almost like I hear these cryptic cipher-like noises coming from them when you do. I think there's a lot to do with that kind of a sound in pronouncing the theme behind the island. It's supposed to be dark, having a like it's so creepy and mysterious. It fits the vibe perfectly. And therefore I have quite high hopes for Kazillion this time around. Look, nobody is ranking down on Kazillion ever again. Slander no more. I'm here. Next, we've got that eerie verse transitions that I think might come inside of the song. So it could be the first verse, but a bit more edgy this time. And good God, look, my star duo is here. Yuri can blare it. I think this is your time to shine. I think they're going to do these sounds, but they're going to take them and they're going to lower the pitch. So this time, when I'm going to see them, I'm going to be terrified for Blaret. Blaret, run for your life. This is not a song meant for you. Honestly, why does Blaret have to go? Anyway, look, just protect the Blaret. These two, I think you're going to feel that effect of them having these more scarier sounds, so much more than any of these other monsters, because the other ones, they feel like shadow elementals, but Yuri, okay, a bit, but Blaret, I'm like... They've been so upbeat, they're precious, we've got to protect them. So honestly, Blaret, I'm really scared. But then Yuri, I think they're gonna have this quirky sound as always. They're gonna, just like to Blaret, honestly, it'd be nice to have that duet again where Yuri plays and Blaret does. It'd be nice to throw back to that, especially seeing as though it's Workshop's composer. Throw back to that. But honestly, I think the sound that is most likely to go viral, honestly, out of them all would be Yuri. So imagine them having this darker tone. Already, my little cousin who's in love with Yuri. I know how much of a hype monster Yuri was back in the day, and I can see this sound going viral if it was done right. And then finally, we got the dark verse. You got to have the dark, really dark theme together. A Nightmare, they want it, and so do we. Get your nose ready. Give me the darkness under that shadow, that sadness. Give me and let me feel that last emotional punch with this sadness that it conveys itself inside of the song, that it's always supposed to be so, oh yeah, you almost hide yourself in shadow, don't you? It's so secretive, and this is the part where we establish that a lot inside of the song. Look, this one has always been so sad. I want it to lend itself more into this dark theme this time around. Make them sad, sure, but dark, it's creepy. The animatronic, they're living for it. Then we got Zert. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hype overload for Mr. 40 Pants King. Oh look, the 40 Pants King. What am I coming? But I'm not even joking. Give me all the thoughts, bro. They're hilarious. Give me them all and help the song build once more again like we've seen them do before, and I'm all here for it. Carry along with how they build up the song here, and that's all I'm here for. But honestly, what I'm most seeking from you, and honestly what I'm most excited is those animations. I just want to see Zert be brought to life. I feel like their animations were so funny, and I'm here. So bring me Zert. Budo and Kazillion is going to be really hyped to see them come forward again, because we've not seen them with the updated animations, but Zert, look, thought you're alive off, my friend. Then we got the next Primordial, and we actually have a new teaser behind this one, so we know who it is. Not that we might not already, but let's see what we have. So we have this Dawn of Fire promotion where the statues, these represent each of the Primordials we're going to be getting. We see Crafty Fandhul at the very front here. Crafty Fandhul, what are they supposed to be? Well, we have the Cyclops, as it's described here, and then we have the robotic arms that come off of them as well. We've seen lots of community pics for them, but what is going to happen here? Well, Lobby, look, Lobby, they had a huge design change, and so did Bogle. So this time, how is this design going to change? Well, looking at this design, does this look like it's supposed to be horrifying? No. That's the first thing that I think, well, the major thing that is going to change inside of this design. If it's supposed to be a Cyclops, it's supposed to be associated with scary imagery, and so incorporating that inside of Fandhul is honestly what we are looking for inside of here. Take away the cuteness factor, make them scary. Oh, honestly, it's got to have an almost ugly, scary. It's going to be quite scary this time around, hasn't it? Make it have a sharper eye, more beading, and then introduce these white tones, mammoth-like colors to encapsulate that cold element, as it is the cold Primordial this time. It's Shadow, Cold Island, yeah, yada yada. And then we have the long arms that are going to be coming from this one too. Now, when I look at this and I think, how can I make this feel darker? Obviously, looking looking at the facial features, making them more horrifying, a bit more sharp-edged, and honestly, is what I'm sensing here. But with the arms, making them more long, I would love inside of this design. I want robotic, I want long, and I want steel. All these fan designs, if we look at them, they have them almost being colored reds and pinks and it's all fancy. No, dark steel. Get down and dog. But what is the sound we're going to be behind this one? Now, everyone inside the community, they are obsessed with Durwood Clapper from My Muppet Show. I don't know about that. That's been where it's at. Lots of claps and beats, woo. But I don't want Durwood Clapper in my games, so I don't think it's going to do Clap Show. I feel like that's the most simple thing to do, and these have been very sophisticated sounds for the Primordials so far. They've got to be the failed experiments. So picture this. Slam, bam. Yes, Skylander, approve my boy. So, slam bam. Why? Because it's going to be slamming, I think, and dunking all. Oh, I want those parkour skills on show. And yeah, look, Epic, yeah, they have nothing on this one. Have them do whatever. I want to see them up in the air. I want Doc Ock styled animations. I feel like that would be really cool and enhancing behind this monster. Make them feel awesome and epic. And I'm here. What kind of instruments could we have for this sound then? Well, we could have the steel drum. I know everyone wants that and I do too. And then we have the tongue drum or maybe a hand pan. All of these different sounds, metallic resonance, obviously the metallic almost components behind this. Huge win, give it me. Obviously, I feel like almost this technological side behind the monster. Seeing how that's intertwined with the cold element is certainly going to be interesting on this design. And if you look at the middle suit, you have an open mouth here. Now, I don't know, but when I look at a mouth, I think vocal, and I think it would be absolutely amazing if we had a duo between the percussion and also a vocal here. We've not had that since Peckard. I need I would love to have a monster like that once more, but I think it's unlikely, but I'd love it. But let's have a look at what Pyro has done behind this design. So they've actually made some sounds in their own Shadow Islet. Make sure to go and check that out. But on their design here, they've based it around the frozen element by giving them a set of drums. Now, I love Pyro because you've gone against what the rest of the community is doing. We got a drum set here. They're a bit like Deej with this eye, honestly, and some nice gripper fingers and some fang-like components coming from them. I love how they've captured the darker theme with the eye there, but I need this to be horror theme. This is too cute still. I would need dog. Ooh, it's scary. Yeah. And we also have Thanks Old 3126's design, which I love my cute monsters. I want it to be this again. They've got some cute cold island-like critters encapsulated all through their design. Maybe this could be where these critters come from. That would be really cool too. We have the arms coming off of them again. Pink again. I need the steel. I need the hardcore. But I love this cute fluffy design by them. It's so cute. I want to love it. I want to hug this one actually. Like I hug mammoths. Oh, I'll come up and hug you. Lovely. And then what do we have now? Well, we have the island design. Now, I still want Zaroe's full body. I know that everyone in the comments, they don't like when I say this, but I've got to state my truth. I love it. The idea of all of Zaroe's islets coming together to form Zaroe's body. Now, if we're looking at the design so far, we have a left hand, a right hand, and then we have a ethereal island in the middle. Now, this is the deciding moment. Will they just stick to hands or not? Now, I personally, at this point, I want it, but I think it's not going to happen. I think they are going to stick to hands. So how could this hand islet design make itself encapsulate the shadow element? Well, automatically, shadow is going to involve shadow in some way, and a hand encapsulating a shadow underneath it, and that being the island background, I think, in some way. And Riles, we love you because you have done just that. Look at this awesome dude, right? On this design, we've got shadow making out the whole land and being spread out across it. I love the darker atmosphere behind the island. I love the sky this time. I love island skies so much. Riles does such good island skies and red. I love them. And then we also have the eyes on top of them that feeling so mischievous and dark themed. I love the darker atmosphere behind this one. They've even stylized it with more goo that we find, because obviously Pentumbra is the one behind the goo inside of the Mirror Dimension, as we learned inside of their bio. And honestly, obviously having that tied in there as well would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to see some mirror timeline lore integrated into this island. I think there's a lot of chance for that, and honestly, that's the most interesting lore point they could pull through with the biobiome in this island, so I hope a lot that they delve into that this time. Looking at Riles' design, I've used this throughout the video, so bear with me here. But we also, what do we have? We have this meme to put up on screen. So through my time looking at island designs, I've noticed at the beginning, they all look like that. And I saw this meme and I just have to put it on screen right now. So that is the general feeling that these island designs had at the beginning. So there you go. Riles, we love you for going against the crowd, so well done. Anniversary is coming. It's heating up. That pot is being stirred. Pentumbra's in it. We've got everyone in it. Not Byron, though. They're side there too cute. We've got everyone else in it. Now, my anniversary theories, I'm going to be bringing more out throughout the week, so stay tuned. This is the first one. But before, oh my god, Shadow Islet leak, maybe.
My name is Nebula, and I am proud to be right back in Plasma Islet.
Yes, I heard you on there. I'm sorry, I had to pull that up because it's a funny clip. But I will see you all later. I'm going to play PlasmaMSM and also Alcala's Shadow Islet predictions at the end. So get ready to zert your lives, love, because Shadow Islet is coming.